Welcome back, everyone. We're over here in Grant's Castle, or as other people call it, the King's Castle. I will be your play-by-play caster, Grant. We have Jack doing the co-commentating, Lacoste on observing, and over in the throne himself, King Merlini.
Feels good to be king, baby.
How does it feel to be back on top? It's been like 2008 since you were.
I know. I got to relish it.
That's good. That's good. So, also as king, you can make decrees. You know, if Lacoste observing is garbage and you see it, you can say every time you miss a kill, you have to, you know, kiss you or something. I don't know, or do 10 jumping jacks, whatever you want.
I decree that Grant can make decrees for the time being.
Yes, the decree king. All right, Jack. If you say the word hero, you have to do 10 jumping jacks.
What? Here, 10's a little much for Jack. Can we?
You gave me the decree.
No one dies in my castle. Okay.
All right. We'll be cool. I'm just kidding, Jack.
Well, what do you want me to say instead of hero?
Yeah,
Champion? What do you want me to say here?
Easy there, buddy.
He just said hero.
Okay.
That's two.
No. That's you're clarifying the decree. That's not part of the.
All right. So we do. We have the Dire versus DC. This is for a free spot in the summit. You just qualify immediately. You don't have to go through the other open qualifiers, the main qualifiers again for when the summit comes around. You just get in there right away. This is a pretty big deal because it's worth the highest prize pool in summit history. It's worth points going into TI. I mean, why do you not want to be there? Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Grant. Ben, you've been to summits.
What was the question? Why would you not want to be at the summit?
Yeah, why do you not want to be at the summit?
The question makes no sense.
It's a rhetorical question.
No. Maybe to Euro makes no sense. But listen, why would you not want to be at a tournament where you get to play cornhole, where you get to see the other players, like, you know, just at their loosest, most natural forms, where you get to watch, like, Faceless play CS together? I mean, it's the greatest tournament ever.
I have to agree. That's why I'm saying that the question makes no sense.
That's all you had to say to me then.
Merlini. All right, let's get back into the game. 10 out of 10 in the lobby.
Merlini, you've been to a few summits. You enjoy them, right? You like casting with the players. You got to cast with the Chinese players before. I know it was a
got to cast with
Black.
Right? Got to cast with a lot of the players.
Yeah, but how was casting with the Chinese players? It's rough, right? Or I mean, you understand.
My Chinese isn't good enough. I'm not.
Oh, okay. You're not.
I'm not like Jack.
Okay, but we do have a draft coming up right now, so let's throw it on over to there. I don't know if you've been in this meta game, Ben, but we got Necros, Venos,
I played
Liches. All right. Who's the most cancerous hero right now? Just
Necrophos.
One. Necrophos? All right.
The Pope of Pestilence himself.
Did I mention Lich? I love Lich. I agree. I hate Lich the most because you know why? At least Necro with an ulti, you can speed up the game.
Just go uninstall, you piece of shit. LeagueofLegends.com/sign. Wow.
Yeah. Well, here we have it. We have Veno, unbanned,
Nature's Prophet.
is
just a Nature's Prophet pick. Oh, but it's the Venomancer right away. Okay.
I think we've seen Veno pretty much first banned in almost every series. We have really not seen it
of the games, pretty much.
Nature's Prophet makes it through, but
well, this hero was run in both games last night. I think the first game CCNC took it mid, and I think Mason took it mid the second game. And they both went kind of a carryish build, like the was it like the Mjolnir Dragonlance type of?
It was like Medallion, Hurricane Pike, and what you said, yeah. And is that what makes this hero so good? You can go carry lane. You can even go off lane. We've seen some people play off lane. You can go middle. Is it just too versatile? Or why is this hero so good?
I think lane versatility obviously offers a lot of value early on in drafts, right? You can put him in all three lanes. You can have very different builds and playstyles. He always keeps your lane pushed out, and he can do that relatively safely. He farms efficiently because he can farm camps with the lane at the same time. He's annoying to fight into because it's like it feels like even if you commit to killing him, you'll always trade something off. Here's the Moon super fast picks here as Dazzle NS come out.
I was just thinking of Lacoste. I saw the Dazzle come up. I was waiting for the bounty like he did yesterday. But they go Night Stalker. And we've seen a lot of success on Night Stalker. Obviously, it's a nice vision hero, silence, voids, everything. Ben, how do you feel about the 4 position right now? Just in general. You know,
is this another rhetorical question?
No, just how do you feel? Like, do people put too much emphasis on it? You know, Earth Spirits roaming Night Stalkers, they're always sitting middle now. Like, just how do you feel about it?
It's probably the most important position to have a strong player in, I think. I think you can get away with, like, you know, decent 1s, decent 2s, but you really need a good 4 if you want to be tier 1.
We saw yesterday in both Complexities game when Z-Freak was playing, what was it, Night Stalker and Earthshaker. If you end up under-leveled, it feels like your team is playing 4 versus 5 pretty much.
Yeah. So the king asks if that's a rhetorical question, then goes on to say it's the most important role. That was interesting. I was just
because
saying.
Everyone knows that already.
You think everyone knows 4's, like, of all the people watching the stream, you think people think 4 is more important than the carry role?
I think
You know that's
subscriber Rob the Knob knows.
I don't think our viewers are idiots, Grant.
I do. Marlini. No, it is 4, right? Because you have to make, it used to be, right, offlaners would like making a lot of space, but now it's pretty much always on the 4 to make all that space, is what our gracious king was trying to tell you, and makes a lot of sense. We've seen Earthshaker now, played mostly in the 4, but we've still seen a little bit of offlane on it.
There's a Lycan ban out, which is often just a quick, not say a counter pick, but takes advantage of the Night Stalker's Knight. And then you see Venno being used to counter ES quite sometimes, so they feel safe being able to take that Earthshaker themselves.
Yeah. There we go, Puck banned. We've seen Puck obviously picked in a majority of our games. A lot of people don't want to first ban it, but
Weaver is a core that, well, they didn't go with it here, but that's something that DC have liked to pair with a more mobile mid, at least back when Bulba was drafting, and something that gets on top of the Venomancer a bit. So, looks like that's not where they're going to go right now.
if you're wondering, PPD versus Moonman are obviously a very storied history back in Heroes of New Earth.
We've seen both Abed and Mason play this Sven. You're the NA expert, Grant. Dissect the differences for me.
Dissect the difference. Mason is a far more farming heavy, doesn't even want to TP at 10 minutes with his Treads, Echo Saber, Mask of Madness. He just wants to continue farming stacks.
Yeah, because he doesn't have that at 10 minutes.
But he usually does. Abed on the other side wants to TP around and actually fight with his team, which I think a lot more lately as a 1, that's what you want to do, right? Like, farming's great, yeah, you can always get farm, but as Sven, obviously very kiteable. Even as Venno, right? You land that Gale on him before he BKBs, still has a slow, still gets kited around very easily. And why do you pick your Sven right here instead of, say, maybe your offlaner? Because Sven's a pretty counterable hero, right? In some aspects.
Back to you, Jack.
Yeah,
he can get kited.
Yeah, I mean, you saw them pick the Medusa against Sven yesterday. Yeah. He's counterable, but at the same time, he's also like he's like a pretty safe earlier pick, I would say, because you either have to go out of your way in the draft to counter him, or he just does so much for provides armor. He clears stacks very quickly. He can be a single core, unlike most other cores. Yeah. So versatility there.
There we go. We've seen the instant pick. This is the Moon special, and it's an Omni Knight. We have not seen this hero yet, have we?
No.
Not on this tournament. This is full NA now. And NA team going full NA.
This is an off-lane Omni Knight, more than likely. Obviously, MSS has played roaming, but you can't play 4th-position Omni. It's just bad.
It's an offline Omni, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're countering the Venno and Jakiro, who deal a lot of damage over time with double heal coming out from Dazzle and Omni Knight. It's pretty much what you have to do when you're playing against Venno. Have someone or something to heal. Jug, Dazzle, a mech, maybe even a pipe carrier as well.
Even Repel. Feels like it's to be hard to bring people down.
Yep, obviously those first 3 picks of the Dire being heavily magic damage. Now Omni Knight, we used to see it a little bit. I mean, NA was pretty popular, right? IX Mike, when he was actually still playing, played it a lot. Even, who's your offlaner on VGJ? Snake King actually played it a ton on Freedom as well during the qualifiers. Why doesn't it get picked? It's just a very open-ended question. What would you say your opinions of why it doesn't get picked are?
I think you're seeing the kind of greedier 3s like Omni Knight and Abaddon who get up that farm and get up ratings. They're starting to disappear a little bit. I think you want more control usually out of that position or initiation, and he doesn't really do that. He's like he's a frontliner, and maybe if you have this whatchamacallit, what the old VG J used to run with their raid boss lineups like the Medusa or something, and you have a tanky offlaner in front of that. People don't really run that kind of lineup anymore, so look for more control out of it. And this lineup is kind of low on in terms of supports and now the 3 position. They don't have a lot of initiation, so I'd expect them to look for a big team fight core here.
So they got the Clinks. Obviously, it's good at purging the Warcry, but do you think there's any chance Peter doesn't realize you can't purge Repel anymore?
No, well, you can purge the Guardian Angel off. That's why.
All right.
Doesn't know that you can.
Hey, you don't know. There's some pros who don't know a lot of stuff. There's a lot of different things. We already saw someone try to chain frost to TP earlier in the tournament.
Oh, that's true. Well, it still says maybe that's why.
Maybe.
Gotta go by what the game says, right?
Someone at the Valve's gonna get fired.
Yep. All right, Gracious King. We see a 4v4 lineup here. Whose draft are you favoring right now?
Like the Omni Knight. Repel's hard to counter, man.
That's just the statement. I like the Omni Knight.
Yeah, I like
Alright,
DC's
you like
lineup
their
more.
team then, so you like the digital cast draft. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll wait
that's
for
correct.
2 more picks to see.
Okay, that's smart too. All right.
Bulba starts mid like 110% of the time, but he could also form a pretty ferocious dual lane together with the Omni Knight. I think they'd be able to really like slow the Clinks down or force them to commit their supports there.
Who cares about the Clinks? You have Sven and Dazzle. You can let them farm. Doesn't matter.
I like the Dire lineup now.
You don't like Death Prophet here? Or you mean you like the Dire?
I like the Dire's lineup,
the
yeah.
team. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually was. I was like, I actually didn't know what you were saying right there. So you do like the round out of Death Prophet? Just
Yeah, PPD's team. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mention it. I think PPD's team is going to go 3-1
you did
in this series.
And here we go, a pretty quick counter pick. It's going to be the middle Visage, which we have seen quite a bit in in-house leagues as well as pubs, but even a couple game turns, right? Bryle ran it on Iceberg, looked very good on it. It's a very strong hero in the early to mid game, even late game. I remember even older Dota Come With Me on his carry Visage was pretty damn good back then.
Ben, what do you think about my observing so far?
Oh my god, it's been spot on.
What's this?
Spot on.
All right, well, we see the Omni Knight. He's got the God Crown himself, MSS.
Dude, his cosmetics are sweet. He looks like a real king, dude.
Unlike you.
I know. I need a halo like that.
Nah, baby.
Rob?
I feel like there's a lot of ways
The
to...
king demands a halo.
I feel like there's a lot of ways to kite the Sven or stop him from doing damage.
It's Way of Omni, bro.
The Siphon, you have the Bog coming out from the Venomancer, the Terrain from... Or just Clinks just getting away till his ult
The
is down.
terrain.
So what?
Yeah, the Terrain.
There's
He
just
creates-
this cliff in his
he
way.
creates
This
terrain.
river that he can't get past.
the Bog that he can't get past.
So what happens if, say, the Omni Knight does repel the Sven, he gets in there without getting, you know, any sort of slow, and he just goes ham, Jack? What's the counter then?
People die.
People die. All right, so it's pretty much going to come down to, you're saying DC's initiation. It just comes down to initiation in these fights, you think?
Yeah, but they don't have much initiation, like great initiation. So that could be an issue for them once we get to mid game.
Yep. And here we go, Misery.
DC also have terrible counter push. Like, they can't really stop sieges that well, which is really bad because 4 of the
Death
5
PhD.
the Dire heroes can hit towers.
So what you're saying is Digital Chaos more than likely needs to win the laning phase, or it could just be a snowball from Radiant.
Oh, look at
They
this.
just need to be able to do stuff while they're pushing. Either get a lot of farm up, stall the push out somehow, which they probably can, or push themselves. Oh, is this my Halo?
Yeah, I feel like if
Halo, Halo, Halo.
I feel like if the Dire team can get like consistent
Please
lane
don't.
pressure and avoid
As
these.
King, I demand you stop that.
It works.
Back to you, Jack.
Yeah, I just feel like if the it's always so okay. Right, I
have
feel
a
like if PBD's team can avoid these bad 5-on-5s and just keep pressuring all 3 lanes separately, which they have the heroes to do, it's pretty hard for DC to deal with.
Damn, we have the MSS giving him the grant right now. The reason I always hit him with that in FPL, shadow to me, but it should be very interesting. We do have the Dire versus DC game number 1, CC and C going up against Abed, 2 of probably the youngest stars middle. Going to be interesting. I mean, if you haven't seen a middle Visage before, it's probably because you don't watch very much NA Dota. It's very popular. I don't know. Is it popular?
It's popular in Europe
Everywhere
as
now?
well. Yeah.
That's good. They have to copy us like normal, so you got to give them big shout-outs there. CC&C will get the block. Bulba helps out middle with Abed. And
What do you think about the build on Omni Knight? 8 tangos and a salve plus a stout shield.
He's ready. He's
what?
ready for some thwacking and smacking in this lane. He's got the 8 tangos.
all right. And then, yeah, it looks like bottom lane's going to be Jakiro Clinks versus Night Stalker Omni Knight. And, Jack, you were talking about how Bulba starts out middle 110% of the time.
Yeah, but I also mentioned that he's in the dual off lane, they could have a very strong dual off lane.
You did say that. You covered all your bases. That's why you were a TI and a couple of us weren't. No, but,
So
well,
does that mean there's like a negative 10% chance he starts in the off lane?
Well, you're from NA. You do the math. I don't know. We're not known for our algorithms and shit, but
Jack did not do the math.
he did not. Oh, and very close. Misery actually almost blocks Abed in. That very well could have been a kill if he hit that block. But luckily sidesteps to the little top lane. It will be the off-lane Veno, which we've seen a tad, going up against a Sven Dazzle. Obviously, Dazzle can harass him a little bit, but he had to go heal first. No poison touch, so Zaya's going to get tons of experience off this first couple waves. But
I think
so
there'll
is
have to
MSS.
be a rotation here. I think this is pretty favorable to the Venomancer at some point. When he gets up those levels, Moon's going to have a real tough time dealing with the wards.
You know, like look at Mason already, under half HP, having to eat his tangles. That poison sting, even just level 1, quite a bit of damage. We've seen a few Venos. Oh, he does have it queued up. He has the Orb of Venom queued up as well. A little extra harass, a little extra bit of this and that.
Let's pull out some CS Lacoste.
All right. Sorry.
Oh
That's,
my god. Oh.
The hotkeys have gone back.
These are not my hotkeys. That's why I pressed
We've
the
been
wrong
using it for 2
hotkey.
weeks now, though.
Well, I'm still not used to it.
Yeah,
I'm not
Lacoste-
used to your hotkeys
yeah.
either, because on your Croatian keyboard, Z is Y, and God knows what else is what else.
This is the Coda setup.
I appreciate
Not
it.
the
though.
Croatian keyboard, Lacoste. Can't blame
I
the Coda for that
apologize.
one.
So we
for
look at
the
the CS charts
chart.
right now. Yeah, CCNC 12-7 against the Visage's 6-1. Do you say Visage or Visage,
Visage.
Visage.
Jack?
I called him Visage before.
I
I've
for
said
some
both.
reason.
Yeah, it's you know.
I looked up the pronunciation. It's Visage.
But you're just going to go with it. Middle lane, Bulba just going to come harass CCNC, but instead the Dire Courier is going to get sniped by PBD, the Jakiro with 2 clarities, no boots. And he's going to pull a whole creep wave.
That's a
But
sick.
they go back
What
to
a
hill.
courier snipe!
Was he
My
smoked?
man,
Sorry, I
the
didn't see it.
290 Jakiro sniping the courier. What a play!
And that's a big one, right? It's right before 3
he
minutes.
smoke
and they
for
can
that?
fly it. That's what I was trying to ask. Did the
He
cameraman
probably
catch him,
smoked.
Berlini? Are you
I don't know.
disappointed?
I'm very disappointed. What shall be thy punishment?
Anything you want. Where do you guys think the first kill is going to happen? Seems like bottom lane, there's
Bottom
a little
lane.
action, but right now Peter's getting run at, and this is a 2v1, but MSS gets the double heal up. He has Orb of Venom, level 1 degen aura, and oh, he fogs himself on accident. Might have missed the kill, but now they're going after Pycat. He could be in trouble himself, goes in biz, just runs away, and the Omni Knight feels like he's doing a ton of work already. And look at it, Sentry Ward gets placed down by Bulba from the fog, so they don't know he placed it. Middle lane, they're going in. Abed does get his level 2 Grave Chill off. He's trying to run, but it's more off. Misery probably going to go for the body blocks. He is. Does that. One more hit
He's
each.
gonna have him with the fissure too.
Oh.
1
Misery.
second, it's up.
And he gets the kill. Misery might die because of that, though. No health potion,
Nah,
one more
he's
tower.
dead.
Here it comes. So obviously Abed doesn't get the experience, but gets a little bit of gold. But CCNC.
It's a level 1
screws that
Earthshaker. He's
first
not getting
one.
too much experience.
Should have
in
bought
it.
back for that XP.
Bottom lane, look at MSS just punishing Pycat right now. He's saving a point. Sometimes you'll see 2-0-2, sometimes usually 2-1-1, but no reason to commit it if you don't have to. Top lane, the Jack Rune sits waiting for Abed. He'll take it up.
I think the key to this early game is going to be this Venomancer, though. It feels like he's going to be able to either block or contest the stack, or take it himself and pressure this tower. And I don't know how much DC wants to commit to rotating on him. It's pretty dangerous with the Veno being able to get this much early on.
Yeah, the Veno's about to hit level 5 right now. Pretty good. He's going to have level 3 wards. Can Moonmeander even deal with them once they're level 3, like without taking a heavy chunk of
Oh,
damage?
he can deny his own wards, too.
Oh, this ward is
If you
getting
time it, you
denied.
can deny the ward with the ward, which probably is the tiltiest Veno thing that you can ever do.
What about Jung Veno?
Oh, that tilts your allies. I'm talking about tilting the
Oh,
other team.
okay, yeah, that makes sense. Here we go. They're actually going on him top right now.
Rotation.
Throws out the stun. Raindrop will tank a little bit up. Nice surround by Bulba. They should be able to bring him down. Warcry will speed him up, and they get the kill on Zai. Rotate Bulba up top, and, well, a very successful gank. Get a
Bulb-
decent chunk of experience.
Bulba didn't want to get that kill, but Moon Meander doesn't
He doesn't
share it. Yeah, he doesn't care. Level 4 Dazzle. Dazzle is actually pretty leveled.
I guess that's the trade-off, right? You let Zai kind of lay, and you just do some pulls. A little bit of trade-off. And the
No.
Gale's going to get thrown again.
Fine.
It is
Gets
top lane.
contested.
It's level 2. They're going to try to bring him down.
100
I'm not sure
move
if they can. Yeah, Mason is not moving
That's
anywhere.
the
He might
bog
be in a
right
lot of
there.
trouble. He has Grave. He's going to toss it up. You have to. He's not living here.
Get the deny.
It's still the bog.
Oh, he was
He
going
was
to.
even
Might go
close.
for him
Moon's
as well.
gotta be
There's a
careful
Fisher
here.
coming out
Look
from
at this, and he has
Misery.
an Orb of Venom plus the level 1 slow. Moonmeander is going down here. Looks like it
Meanwhile,
will be the
yeah.
Jakiro scoops it up, but we do see MSS gets a kill with Bulba on the bottom lane as well. So 2 kills for the Dire, 1 for DC. Obviously, you just lost your carry as well as your high-level Dazzle.
Oh, Zai misses the Gale top, but still, he can't really farm in this lane.
Yeah. Uh-oh. They go on Mason again, but that Gale's missed. It's going to be tough. They still Liquid Fire. Moonmeander's here, just heals him up.
And the Clinks, I mean, he's going to have a bit of a tough lane now without anyone there, but he's going to be 6 pretty soon. And once that happens, he becomes very independent. He just basically never has to go home, just constantly eat creeps and fight.
Oh, top lane.
Oh,
Misery and
few mana.
CCNC are going for a kill right now. Mason throws out a stun. Will it be enough? Misery does not have mana like Lacoste said for that, but look at it. The Ghost just eating him alive. And CCNC, we've seen CCNC versus Mason so many times now, and they get the best of each other occasionally. Are you worried about an Omni Knight free farming bottom? Like, what does he actually bring to the table in terms of this game with free farm?
I'm not worried about it. He brings an
bottom lane, they're going to get that kill. I'm like, sorry, Jack, we'll just watch the kill. You're right, Bulba doesn't care about these kills. He just, you know, he could have took that one too, but lets his carry, lets his off lane get it. So you're not worried at all. He gets a mech, maybe Guardian Greaves, Blink, something like that. You're just not worried at all?
It's a real annoyance, but I think if you start off with these towers dropping for Digital Chaos, again, you don't have to worry about trying to 5-man them too much.
Mid lane.
Middle lane, we see the kill. I was letting Jack try to, you know, get through his talking and whatnot. I appreciate that, Jack. And we have the birds up now on Abed. He goes the 3-1-2 build. This is the build we saw Brile go as well. Seems to be pretty popular. He's going for Misery, and these birds putting in so much work. He gets the stun, gets the other stun, and that is the power of Middle Visage. Ben, do you like this hero Middle? Do you like seeing him again?
Yeah. His talents are ridiculous.
Which just the experience gain, right?
Experience
Oh,
gain,
the double strike.
damage, soul assumption, double strike.
Yeah, all of his talents are
All of
pretty
his talents
much
are really good.
Yeah.
I remember at the very beginning when talents came out, everyone said the Visage double strike was so bad because it looked like it always targeted creeps instead of heroes, but it seems maybe the algorithm got swapped up a little.
Didn't they change that?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. Are you guys coders? No, me either. All right. Visage, oh, and he's going to find a regen rune. He's getting close to a Midas, though. And he's getting ganked right now. We're going to see the dual breath come out, but the bird just killing PPD solo. Will Abed be able to get to the shrine? Oh, MSS. Oh, no, and this could be a big turnaround. The birds are actually going to come back.
Heal.
1 stun, 2 stuns. Nope, they're just going to kill Misery. CCNC sucking down MSS, though. He is degen level 2'd, Orb of Venomed. Here come the birds. Dink, 1 stun, dink, 2nd stun, and this will be a kill more than likely.
Whoa,
he is getting his
so
Zuck off again, though.
tanky.
It doesn't go down. Finally dies, and I mean, a pretty big rotation from DC, but you get 2 kills. You kill Misery. You as well kill CCNC, and now maybe you can push a tower of your own middle.
There's got to be more discipline there. You can't TP into the shrine. I mean, you can't charge into the shrine like that uphill. You know the shrine's up. You know that people are going to TP to help.
And there's a farmed Omni Knight. Like, you have so much heal. Is this... Like,
I think they could have if they popped Exorcism going up the hill. But you have,
she didn't have it.
You have to commit at that point.
Yeah. I don't think she had it anyway, so it was on cooldown.
Oh, and look at that. That 1 melee creep Outlast hits 2 birds, Abed, and Moon Meander. What a hero. Bottom lane, Pycat farming. This is a scary game to be Clinks in when you're not farmed or getting levels right, because, I mean, obviously a Night Star can just run at you in dust, right? It's just a free kill almost at that point. And Bulba, level 5 himself.
I still find Clink's a little awkward to play. He still has that. He has a really long window on the death pack where you don't have it. Yeah. I know it lasts longer, but the cooldown's also ridiculously long. So you have 20 seconds out of 85. Yeah.
This is something that like we discussed, because this was like the major change to Clinks, right? It used to be like a much shorter cooldown, but it wouldn't last as long. But it felt like he could just kind of stay on the map forever, or in the middle of fights you'd be able to just eat a wagon or something.
Mason. Oh, looks like middle instead. Misery's just dead. Yeah, it goes down to Abed again. We see Mason farming up some creeps. Pycat just standing there. Now he's gonna run, just run around. I mean, if you can't do anything as Clinks, or you can't really flash farm or anything like other carries, it kind of feels like you're a little bit weaker. And
I don't think he can solo go anyone.
Oh, no, at least not until he has like a medallion, right?
Even with medallion, I don't think he can.
Yeah.
Oh, and there we go. He's gonna eat the creep, but now he gets spotted out. Is anyone gonna TP in? He doesn't have Invis for 2 seconds, but Bulba, unfortunately, low mana, low HP, can't really TP and then cast Dust Void. So yeah, obviously DC's leading right now. They're up 9 to 4 kills, about 1.5k gold. What can they do? Obviously, they don't have the push of, say, a Veno THD, Death Prophet, but can they just push enough with Visage plus Sven? Or do they need to commit to fights?
Let's get farmed, man. Just get big, get ripped, get jacked.
So you just want to see him farm up?
You look at the lanes right now, like they're already spreading out to farm, but I think the issue right now is given the start, Abed is like the supreme hero on the map. He can pretty much kill anyone that he runs into. So Dire have to be careful about this and You're gonna see. I mean, the Venomancer can kind of protect.
They're going in.
with
Actually,
wards.
they popped the dust, and here is what we were talking about. It's CC&C though that's invis. Not gonna be the Clinks. Isn't even
Misery
bigger
wants to block
kill.
out.
He does. Will it be enough? He's getting the double Zug going, but that big heal damage. Will it be enough? He's still doing it. The birds are gonna come down, stun him up. He has another bird that can't stun for another 3. Misery pops his ulti. CC&C still live. Bulba throws out a silence on the backside. Abed versus Zai is going on. The bird's doing so much damage, and the repel will stop any damage coming from the poison over. MSS might be sacrificed for this though.
Jesus Christ, the heal from CC&C.
Yep, and even just with a Veil Raindrop 1, he's able to get off, what, 3 Spirit Siphons? They just can't bring him down. That's a tough kill to go away because you committed a lot for that, and then Dire is now going to get the middle tower out of this. Top lane, Moon Meander.
This might be
is
2
level
towers
7.
too. I don't think Mason wants to fight at this point. He's picked up his Mask of Madness, but he's not even close to.
I don't think they need a ghost for that one.
You just thought they'd just push it without the ghost?
Yeah, he's using his ghost at I like the one top one, Sven, but he didn't use it for. He didn't like really have faith in Misery. He's like, oh man, I don't think that he's gonna keep me alive.
So you
he
don't
could have killed like 3 heroes with that, and then they could have taken the tower.
So you don't like just using your ulti off cooldown, even though it's super long. You like just.
They could have
saving
used it.
maybe?
Well, it was off cooldown when they were at the Ancients.
Yeah, true.
So they could have used it there, or they could have used it for the T2. T2's a little bit more dubious, but right now, like after that, they could have potentially went down bottom for a T1 tower with the ult, but now they can't.
Yeah, because now, right, the Dire just doesn't seem as
They
threatening
had
without the
what,
ghost.
5 heroes that made with
Yeah.
Jakiro. They didn't need ulti there.
Classic Zai Venomancer. You used to see him do this in the jungle for EG, but it looks like he's going for that Greaves build on this offlane.
Yep, and he has mech and about 1 creep here, so he's getting a lot of farm. Obviously, most heroes on this map are getting a lot of farm, except it feels like Jakiro and Bulba are a little behind, but look at Moon Meander even is almost level 8. That's pretty damn good for a Dazzle.
Yeah, and usually you see the Venos, you maybe go for the 4-staff Veil, perhaps Ags, but the Ags here is picked up by the Death Prophet, so
You mean the
coverage
Veil?
of that. The Veil, rather, yeah.
Classic shit. Uh-oh, and they do find PPD. I need to just get a drop. He places, I like how he places a ward down, but it's a sentry. Maybe they saw that he placed it, you know, they get a free counter ward, but they will get that sentry to counter that ward when they come back, obviously. And that's that. Runs over, he's going Midas. You like the kind of late Midas on Omni Knight? You think it's needed? Keep up in farm levels?
Yeah, because his talents are not that great.
Obviously, he has the 20% experience.
So you need items.
Looks like bottom tower will go down. He commits the ultimate Mask of Madness to bring down to tier 2. They've already lost their tier 2 up top. They're getting a little unhealable damage on the base tower already. 13, not bad. And tier 2.
Does Pyke have enough damage for that? I don't know.
With the medallion, I mean, you can do it slow, obviously.
Look
but
at his
it's very
items.
slow.
I think they're going to commit Ghosts to this in 3 seconds.
They definitely have to if they want to take it. There's an invis rune outside too. CC&C, no bottle on DP. Is there a certain reason you just don't go bottle on a mid hero?
He didn't go. He has enough region with double null and the magic wand plus raindrop.
They went double medallion.
Oh no, and here we go. The full rotation coming. Moon Meander. Oh, Misery's invis. Do they know that? They have to know something's up. Big weave coming in. It hits 3 of them. Moon Meander.
He needs to hit both of them
on that.
with Echo.
And they're going to get the silence off on Veno. He can still get this Echo, but look at Venomancer just getting destroyed. He pops his mech and his wand barely lives.
Now it's time.
Roshan. Oh no, Roshan's going to kill Zai and bashed him. Brings him down. Oh my goodness, that is not good. And now they know. It's a 4v5.
Ben, there's a... Oh, there's a
And
toss.
Misery gets dusted up. He should go down here. Look at the bird just going to chunk him. Soul Assumption and that bash onto Zai could have just been a complete game
Ben, there's a
changer.
Benny Hill theme out there. You might want to cue that.
Yeah, you can find the Benny Hill somewhere.
But I think one of the reasons he didn't get bottled, he didn't expect to have control over the runes, especially with the night coming on, especially with like the slow from the Visage.
Oh, CC&C getting initiated. I don't think he's living this time, but maybe I'm wrong. Stun's gonna fly out.
No,
He's still
Stun.
full HP. He still has a full wand as well, Spirit Sign, but nope. He gets handled on down, and DC is pushing forward because they don't have that long cooldown like Ghost there. I mean, MSS is pretty farm. They can just keep
I
going.
can't believe they went for that Roche. I thought it was like, this is not going to end well for them.
Yeah, Roche was doing more damage to them than they were to it at some point.
Are you just saying is Clinks just 200 farm at this point in the game? They can't do Roche. Like, he can't get solo kills. What do you do as a Clinks in a game like
they
this?
need...
Like, you don't flash farm. You know, like, what are you supposed to do?
He farms.
not do super risky maneuvers like that. You just need like a slow and steady comeback by not dying and not doing anything stupid.
Yeah, look at the Wizard's farm right now.
Yeah.
Level 13.5 as well. He has an Aegis, so you can't even bring down 3k gold. He would have got the Solar Crest if he wanted. Is he just going straight Ags, you think? Or is he just picking up right now?
I've seen Atos a lot.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants to go for Atos, but
Looks like he's going Ags. Solar Crest into Ags, and look at that. A point booster, the full Solar Crest. This guy is... it feels like when CCNC got ganked and they turned it, it feels like Abed can kind of do the same thing now. Very hard to kill, especially with that Omni Knight.
and they have 2 medallions on their team.
Oh, man. This is just feeling like DC doing this nice, slow and steady, taking a fight every 2 or 3 minutes, farming up when they don't need to. Obviously, Sven, the hardest carry in this game. If he gets farmed, it's going to be very tough for the Dire to pull anything back. Do you like that he went Blink before Echo Saber? Lacoste, I know you're the one who always kind of talks about that.
Yeah, especially when he has Sven to back him up, plus a Dazzle as well. We've seen Abed playing Sven same way, because I feel like Sven's run out of the slots pretty quickly.
I also don't think they're going to lose a late game. And they don't need Sven to be like super farmed.
They just want to be there at fights with them, like we kind of,
They just want to not lose the mid game. As long as they're like, they stop them from pushing the T2s. I think if it goes like 35 plus, this Omni is just going to be ridiculously hard to deal with.
And this is what we even talked about this, right? Mason versus Abed Sven. We've seen Mason come to every single fight. Obviously, it's the nature of their lineup with Omni and, you know, a middle Visage, but...
He got stomped at the laning stage, this one.
Yep. That
Top
dual
lane?
lane.
Because of their good start, they've both had the chance to get Midas's, and Misery's not even got his blink yet, although he's going to pick it up real soon.
Yep, going for this one little 18 gold creep, gets it.
Ben, thoughts on Jakiro not getting any points in Ice Path? Now, go.
Is that a rhetorical question?
I know the answer, but I want to hear your
You guys are good at this rhetorical question thing.
Yeah. If Grant asks a rhetorical question, he has to say EU is the best region. The best.
Wait, if who?
You.
If what?
You asked a rhetorical question.
None of my questions have been rrhetorical. I actually want to know
Mid
your answers.
lane.
They're going in
As
middle. Will they be able to bring
deemed by
PPD
us.
from Merlini? Still trying to make stuff up, but it looks like PPD will drop. Ern gets thrown on him. He gets brought down. Bulba taking a lot of damage, but that weave, war cry, they don't even have
Moon
weave. I'm just
Meander's gonna
lying.
die.
Oh no, sir.
Damn.
Guardian Angel committed that. This is a new team and a new captain. You don't let your captain go down right there. But top lane getting pushed in pretty damn hard.
That's a good morale boost. He cares about me.
Yep, there it is.
I think if he doesn't
Uh-oh,
let
they're
the-
going in. They're going to find Bulba. They commit everything to him. Will they somehow get another killer? Here comes Mason coming in big. MSS here too. Oh, dear. And that is not a worth it kill at all for Team The Dire, not The Dire themselves. And looks like Zai will be able to get out.
I think if he doesn't Grave Moon there, he gets picked some like awful hero next game.
Guardian Angel will be out.
Guardian Angel.
Boots of travel when you're
In a losing
kind of
game.
losing the game, Ben, go.
Oh, me and Ben have talked about this a lot, actually.
Well, they would have already lost anyways. So.
Ben loves Boots of Travel. That's how
Yeah,
you
but
know.
not in a losing game.
That's how you know that Ben feels
It's
so
a-
strongly
no,
about
no, no,
treads
if-
on PL, because Ben loves Boots of Travel so much. His favorite item.
Top lane, they went for Mason, just 1 second too slow. I don't know if they would have been able to bring that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, right. Boots of Travel is one of those, you know, you're farming up well, you can move around the map, but if you're in a losing game, I mean, there's only so many lanes you can farm. MSS almost finds Misery. Looks like they were just going to rotate around here. Uh-oh, Misery does get a stun up on the birds, but here he goes. He's just going to run around it. CCNC's going to throw out the silence, and looks like they just want to rotate in this tower push. They still have the Aegis up. Guardian Angel's on cooldown, but, I mean, they have heal, repel, all that. That Gale, what it hit.
They have no damage on TD.
The only real source of damage is the ult from Death Prophet, but she is not equipped to
There's
hold the
War
line.
Cry and Weave, though.
Wasn't
And she's got 1300 HP, and she's not equipped to stand her ground at all. She will just get destroyed.
Bulba did dust out the Clinks, but he was moving so quickly he was already out there. Oh, they're going in on the backside there by the shrine. They're going to find Ben, who's level 14, does still have his Guardian Greaves. He's going to take everything off him. Will he be able to go away? The Soul Assumption does so much. Nice dual breath and block from Misery. Heal comes up on Moonmander. They're taking a lot of damage over time here, but Abed is unscathed, and they'll just take this tower. So a lot of excitement for nothing. And we talked about this. Oh, they're coming in. Wait up. CCNC, will he pop ulti here early? Will they turn on him? He's just going to throw the stun. Looks like they're just going to throw down a few bird stuns. Sven's still alive. Doesn't want to commit the grave this early. Smart play there by Moon. The bird will go down. One of them. No, he attacked the wrong one. Poison will get it. Now the bird gonna stun up Pycat. And everyone will just get out.
Good communication by them.
Yeah.
GA was still down.
Sorry, Ben. I didn't mean to interrupt the king.
Go ahead.
Go on.
Go on.
No,
Go on,
may.
sir.
You may, sire. Looks like they're just going to push out top. I mean, Dire can't really do, or team, I'm just going to call them Radiant. Radiant can't really do anything top lane, right? All the towers are taken. They're not going to commit to a base push when they're this underfarmed.
They need a new name. We can't keep calling them the Dire.
Well, this is CCNC. He literally did it because he said, it's going to mess with the casters. I'm like, oh, that's funny because he used to be a caster and not very good one at that, but... No, I'm just kidding. He was a great guy. Great panelist, too. Someone say something, please.
I'm just letting
I'm just burying myself.
Oh, they find
They're gonna have a
Bulba.
big fight. There's a Jack rune there. No one's picking it up. Bulba goes down. Misery. He doesn't even get the arcane rune. Still just sitting there in the middle of this fight. Misery goes down. Oh, Pycat does pick it up now. I mean, not the best hero for it, but Moon Meander poisoned up. Has Grave. Doesn't need to use it. He's just gonna heal up. Mason already used
Sven
his
can
ultimate,
blink.
but he can't do anything. He's just getting kited around by these Venom wards. Now, nice Ice Pass comes out. It's level 1. Jakiro, just hits level 10 because he gets his
100 move
hook.
speed, boys.
And Mason is just getting handled right now. Repel plus Guardian Angel, that is not going to be enough to save this young
can
man.
TP.
Oh,
There
the
he is.
blink?
Ice Pat, Ice Pat.
Told you it was enough to save him. What a play there by MSS. That actually was a very nice play, and he gets out of there, so that was a 2-for-1 trade, but top lane getting pushed in by the siege creep, which we see. Let's see if it hits uphill.
Wow.
Hits
Two more
once.
hits, 2 more hits.
Yep, should be.
Nope.
Misses.
Got him.
Hits, so 2 for 3. Not terrible for a downhill siege.
I think they could have stopped the Sven's Blink if Pycat used Diffuse Blade to remove the Guardian Angel, and the DP ulti would deal the damage, so he wouldn't be able to blink out.
Yeah, because people don't know, repel very
He repelled
short.
first,
What?
right?
What?
He couldn't have diffused.
You can diffuse Guardian Angel, not repel.
I know, he repelled and then he GA'd it.
Yeah, I don't know. It is a max repel 7 seconds, so it's really hard to see through all those, animations, colors and stuff.
I don't think there was time for him to do it.
So you're going to argue with Lacoste? Don't argue with me. Call him dumb. He's a peasant. He can't talk back. Right now, the Radiant side's doing a very good job of just keeping these lanes pushed out. Veno pushing out bottom lane. We saw they had the Glyph, a top lane 0 hero push. They're obviously still down 3k, but Dire's doing very good in these team fights. They're going to throw out the weave on solo Veno. And they're going to try to bring down this tower. Pycat, he's going in. He just diffuses him, and he goes down.
I don't think that's the frontliner you want to have pushing the tower.
Dazzle maybe they just wanted to get the tower. I don't know.
Like, his team was not even there, but alright.
He acted like his team was there, but there's that ward behind.
Where's our Lacoste
Normally you think
soundboard?
that he was alone. He wouldn't be alone.
Dakota doesn't love me.
We need
that's
the
problem.
Lacoste voice of disbelief soundboard, or the Lacoste laugh. If you guys haven't heard the acerbic Lacoste laugh, I mean, you guys.
Is that even a word?
A serpent?
Ben is the smartest person.
I don't
Merlini,
even
is
think
that
that's
a
a
word?
word.
Acerbic.
Look it up.
Servant, look it up for me.
All right, we have.
Can you spell it for
someone
us?
looking
ACERBIC.
No, slow down. Our spell checker is getting it right now. Tell us when you're ready.
Sharp and forthright.
I guess it works. Jack's just a legend of the English language, I guess. Far above any of
Not
us.
as much
Well,
as
I guess
Lacoste.
I guess
His
Merlini
comments.
is not the smartest one, huh, Jack?
Yeah, I thought he was.
I didn't say he was wrong.
I mean, you doubted him by making someone look it up.
He
Maybe
always
I just
doubts
want to
me
know what it meant.
for good reason.
I mean, so right now it feels like the Radiant side is doing a very good job of catching up, like you said already. The Clinks, they're taking it slow and steady now. He has a defusal. He's almost out of charges, but he's still about 1,500 away from his Deso.
Why did Veno go casual chainmail?
Yeah, I noticed that. I guess because of the Sven and the Visage Birds, all the armor. Maybe he makes whatever Solar Crest after Aghanim Scepter.
They already have 2 medallions.
Then they're gonna have 3 medallions.
3 Solar Crest. Think of that, Ben.
Why not? It's a good item
I mean,
against the birds, Sven.
Could this be like a Crimson Guard or
Anything
something?
else? He could just get evasion.
Maybe it is just a casual chainmail. We
You
know
get Halberd.
Han players were known
Halberd
for
is
their casual
good.
cloaks, weren't they? Maybe just
Yeah,
getting
but the
casual
armor,
chainmail.
once he drops below 20%, is gonna be pretty huge.
This
15
is something
armor
that Complexity
plus
stresses.
22.
Complexity is all about that armor.
Oh, and look at this. Jakiro he just stops. That is a godlike from Abed. We haven't even really He's just been powering down these kills. Obviously, Peter has been a large chunk of them. Bottom, Mason TP's out barely. And that's a double damage. Oh, nice job by Zai. Denies the double damage with his ward, stopping any sort of maybe Roshan attempt even from DC.
This has got to be like the most frustrating game ever for both sides. There's just like so much slow. Yeah. You're just like bogged down, moving at like 150, like barely doing anything.
Not CCNC, he has boots of travel.
CCNC has a boots of travel mid lane.
Oh, they're going in. They kill MSS so quickly. Moon Meander is going to be in trouble himself. There is no way he's living through this.
Roche is up. Opa.
And they're going to go for it. Obviously, they can just pop the ghost if they want. And there it is. Has the solar crest as well. Pycat actually does some damage now, and it's looking pretty good for the Radiant side now.
I think it's safe to say this Roche is a significant improvement on the last one.
And this will bring him to about 1,000 here. And the gold thing, they have the Aegis as well as the cheese. It is the second one already. DC still has the gold lead, but it feels like they haven't taken a fight in a while. Is there a reason maybe BKB on Sven? Would that help? Obviously it'll help.
The problem in the previous fight was that Venomancer cancelled the Sven's blink, then he got kited, couldn't move. So he needs to be careful about it. Look at all the slow coming out from PPD's team.
Well, we talked about this at the draft, too. It's not easy for this team to start fights. I mean, a lot of their fights have been basically Abed swooping in and destroying someone, right? Yeah. It's like, you look at these fights, like, Night Stalker's not really a good initiator later on. Omni doesn't really do it either. Certainly not Dazzle, although we saw Dazzle aggressively squaring up on that tower that Lacoste enjoyed. The fight-starting department is a bit lacking for them, especially, it's pretty much Visage or Sven.
And I guess Sven doesn't want to do it until he's BKB. It is flying out to him now, though, so... You know, maybe a repelled Visage plus a BKB Sven could do enough work, but obviously on the other side, Misery, that big initiation, middle killing MSS and Moon Meander.
That's a full ATAS on Visage as well.
So he's going to Sol Kyrus next, pretty standard. He's strong, right? Do you just ignore the Visage during these fights? You just go for everyone else, kite Sven around maybe? No.
Pretty impossible to take down first, especially with Dazzle and Omni. They need to get a good Echo Slam on at least one of them, just burst them down, then catch the other. Kite around Sven, that's pretty much it.
And look at this. The Radiant side is going for some sort of... It doesn't look like that. Maybe they're just going to push, or maybe they're going for a pick-off, because why would they dive as 4 right here while CCNC was showing? But no, Pycat's just going to go for the tower. Does a decent chunk before it gets glyphed.
They don't have DP, but she has the Boots of Travel.
Yep. I don't know why you guys laugh. That's a good point. Do you take the...
He's just trying to bring it up as often as he can.
Have you seen the 50 move speed talent with Boots of Travel on Death Prophet? You're like almost permanently hasted. It's extremely good.
Wow.
But then you give up 10% cooldown reduction. I've seen it.
And no one takes 10% cooldown reduction anyways.
No one does?
No.
Okay. Why? Just it's too little percentage?
It's too little, yeah. I mean, look at it. It's what
cooldown? That a lot.
145, that's not too much.
Doesn't hear that one. No, I'm just kidding. But Zai's still pushing. Level 18. Ag
goes down to 130. That's not really a big difference.
Yep. So just get the moves.
Does he get the cooldown protection though?
Maybe. Abed pushing out with the birds, and we talk about that a lot, right? There's ways to push out waves on both teams. You have Venom wards easily push out lanes. You have the birds can split push others. When do you think, is there going to be another big fight? Obviously, Aegis is up right now, so DC probably doesn't want to fight. Will it just be next Roche, or what do you guys think?
They want to take a fight. PPD's team wants to take a fight, get that tier 3 tower on top. It's pretty low. They don't have a glyph. They can just pop
the birds. They take down one, and he has to resummon. So this could be big. They know there's no resummon on the birds. If they want to push uphill with Exorcism plus a Aegis on Clinks,
they know.
They know. They know.
Yeah, and even if he has to go back and defend, it's fine because he has a Boots of Travel. So
yeah. Bottom lane. We haven't even talked about that. That's 50% HP on that tier 3 tower. Didn't even notice. Exactly. That's kind of nuts.
Ben, I got a question for you. How much stats does Ghost Scepter give?
That's a good one.
7?
Yeah, that's what we all thought. It's actually 5.
It's 5 now. They nerfed it again.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah, it used to be 10, and then 7, and then 5.
Yeah.
5?
10 is just... It was 10? When was it 10?
It used to be 10 right when it came out, yeah. It was absolutely...
So that means it was 600 cheaper than a ulti orb, and just
it was more expensive than... It was more expensive before.
It used to be 1,700, right?
Yeah.
sorry, Jack. Some of us actually remember Dota.
It's still
remember
cheaper than an
patches.
Ultimate Orb. It's still
Yeah,
just
it was.
better.
I mean, that's why I got nerfed, Jack. You know, even some people make mistakes. I mean, not me, but MSS hasn't really got anything. He's Guardian Greaves. He still has that Midas. He's going to Lotus Orb next. I mean, we just, besides that one save and that one good fight they had, we just haven't seen much from the Omni Knight. Is that the problem with this hero? Like, you have to be committed to fights to make anything happen?
I think he just can't farm out safely. Normally, you're pretty safe to farm out, but not versus Earthshaker, as we saw in the mid. Normally, you can like, I can just push out whatever, repel GATP, and you're good. But not this game.
And look at this, both teams, 5 bottom from the Radiant, 5 pretty much top from the Dire. They're just going to go for this tier 1 at least, pretty easy to kill. Do they have a free glyph? The Radiant does. They can delay a little bit of time.
After the early skirmishes where like his purification does significant damage and he can just literally run people down, flacking at them, he kind of just becomes a death ball hero. So if you don't have the death ball going, if he's not farmed as a frontliner, he can feel pretty underwhelming.
And there we go, tier 2 goes down bottom. PPD stack takes it. There looks like top lane, they're kind of going for a tower, but they don't see anyone. They just expect maybe they're rotating back, but instead they will rotate back themselves. And CCNC very under farm still.
Oh, Chick.
4.3k
He's
though.
already heading top.
Chicken goes down. Damn.
Well,
Is that
either
worth?
chicken or the tower damage.
He could have gotten both, I think.
He does not have a BKB. Aetas. Skeleton Walk, was it ready? I don't know.
I think he could have just like saw it and then walked up to the hill, killed it, and then went for the T3. Right?
I don't know, there's a lot of HP on the tower, 560.
Well, he could have tried. Could have tried.
These illusion
Go
runes
for it.
are so
Some
hyped right now
healable
for the
damage,
Venom,
so yeah.
you can just push out the waves with them pretty easily. And they got a Boots of Travels and Death Prophet getting to that top tower.
It's the worst 1 minute of casting I've ever heard in my life. all 4 of us did a very bad job right there. No, I'm just kidding. It was great. So you would rather him go for the tower than go for the chicken, or go for both, Ben?
Both.
All right.
You see the chicken, you go up the hill, kill the chicken, then you go for the tower. I don't know. It was
perfect
kind of like,
sense to
oh
me.
my god, there's a chicken, and then you just want to kill it. I have the same death to all chicken philosophy too. I don't blame him for it.
Yeah, and the question is for Dire, are they going to be able to get this Death Ball assembled? Because you look at the warding right now from Radiant, they have the Tinker Ward on the right side, they have 2 lane wards up top. As soon as they see these heroes go missing from the lane, they're just going to come in and start cutting the wave, whether it's Clinks, Venomancer with Illusions, and Gale, and they're just going to keep the momentum in their favor so that DC cannot actually assemble for this 5-on-5. And look, they're all bottom, they want to go for this smoke, but they're not going to find anyone farming the jungle, they're all trying to clear the wave top. And that Tinker Ward, I think, just didn't work.
Is Zai possibly just farming a very slow Assault Kyrus? He picked up a plate mill as well now.
Oh yeah,
Could be. Matching Assault for Assault.
I suppose. Casual chain
An
man.
eye for an eye,
And top
an
lane,
AC for an AC.
they're trying to push in. Obviously, Aegis is down, but nope, they already back out. They know that this, the
where could they
Visage plus
possibly
Fed
be?
can do so much damage. If you're not in the correct position, they will just
They have a
eat you
glyph
alive.
once again.
And here we go, Glyph gets popped. They're going out, and this is going to be a very long flank round. Unfortunately, the smoke goes down. Does Radiant have a ward? Nope, it's on the low side, but sub Veno ward. Doesn't see him yet. Nope, does it? I didn't think he had that much vision. They pinged it out, though.
We're seeing a great example of the concept of guerrilla warfare right
I
here.
swear to God. All Jack talks about during every cast is guerrilla warfare. Now, what would you? How would you
Slowest
explain
deer
it,
in the
Ben?
pack and guerrilla warfare.
Yeah, how would you explain guerrilla warfare
Guerrilla warfare or
in
this?
Dota? Guerrilla warfare in Dota. What would give us an example?
That's
of
what this is.
actual
Look at this. Now
guerrilla
they're
warfare?
going bottom. They're just dinking and dunking and avoiding them.
Ben's
That's
looking stressed out with yours.
warfare.
Like,
that's just a fancy way of saying split push.
I'm imagining a sniper just like assassinating people and then running away.
see, that's guerrilla warfare, Jack. This is just split pushing.
Or Nick's assassin using spikes with agonyms. That's guerrilla, right, Jack?
That's not what I had in mind, but sure.
And right now, no team fights. We've actually seen this a lot, right? It feels like both these teams play a very slower style, and if they're not like comfortably in the lead, they just go back to farming, and that's what both sides are kind of doing. Obviously, the Radiant side team, the Dire, has done good just trying to get rid of those glyphs and pushing that tier 3 top. They've almost sieged it down.
Yeah, and DC's just like, meet me in the field. Let's go 5-on-5, bro. And Dire's like, no.
Yep. Bottom lane getting pushed in by those familiars. But already CCNC's down there ready. He has a full BKB plus a plate mail. Ton of armor on him. Just a ton of armor on most of the
I know CCNC would rather be playing any of his normal heroes right now than Death Prophet.
Quap
at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Quap, Puck, Storm, TA. Like, man, why didn't I play that?
Because you have what solo? You have solo playmaking potential. As a DP,
he's not. He'd be way higher on net worth. He'd probably be like 17,000 right now.
They've been putting him on like DK and stuff too. I imagine he's not.
He probably hates his life, but he's like, I'm not gonna get a better team, so I need to play these heroes, and he also needs to play those heroes. You can't always play the late game scalers. You got to be a super now and then.
Yep.
Oh, that guy! Yeah. I admire super so much.
Good old super, steady old super.
Why do you admire him?
Zabon.
Because he probably played like 300 professional games of DK, and just still plays it all the time, and he's awesome at it.
DK Razor Viper Medusa, the super special.
And Death Prophet. He would love to be Death Prophet in this game. He would love
so
it.
Happy.
That's his dream situation.
Well, top lane, we just see most of DC pushing it out. Next big fight could be at Roshan, or we could just see another maybe 1 or 2 pickoffs into Roche. That's obviously what the Radiant side would like to do. Look at the birds, bottom lane. They're ready to split push this back out. And there we go.
There we go, what?
The birds just split pushing out bottom. Oh, kills one of them though. Nice play by Pycat. Just finishing off even one of those birds. I mean, it pretty much takes away the Aghanims, right? It's like you didn't even buy it.
So the only thing that might stop all of this maneuvering is perhaps the next Roshan. So
Radiant's top tower
it's about to happen.
Looks like it. Roshan.
Roshan, nighttime.
It's always 2 seconds after when it says, look at respawn 3, 2, 1, then you count 2 more seconds. 1, 2, boom. I don't know.
That's
I
three,
just didn't
actually.
want that. It was 2, but. Because I'm doing an NA. Whoa, they're going in on middle. Oh, nice dodge stun by Misery. And that is the old man reactions. You know, he still has the eyesight of a god. Just ready, eagle.
All right,
Mason's actually not been that great on his blink stuns. I think he's the one where he was like slow on hitting Zai up top too.
the other thing that sucks as a Sven in this situation is you basically, like, since you're initiating as well, you basically have to full commit to God Strength before you go in. So if you botch the initiation, it feels like you can't even take the fight afterwards. Because you can't go in and then God Strength, right?
You could.
Well, you can, but
they
there's
repel,
they don't have like another initiation type of follow up.
Bottom
so
lane.
If you go in and God Strength, they're already either on the way out or putting the fissure down.
They're gonna get a lot. They're gonna get this tier 3, and look at Mason down here as well. This could be a very well. The team, the Dire, might need to go down bottom
in the backpack. What?
He wants to have a BKB and to TP out.
I mean, don't you just mask?
Use Mask of Madness, yeah.
That should be the name of the next Battle Cup team. Daedalus Backpack. Backpack Daedalus.
Well,
I'm just storing these.
Assault Kyrus is up on the Venomancer, obviously, like you guys said. Daedalus up on Sven, some big items, but Roshan.
Well, it's not up if it's in his backpack.
Nice. Wait, where did the okay, Aegis is on Veno, sorry, and then Cheese looks like it's
they
on
have
Death
two
Prophet.
cheeses.
Yep. Where's the other one?
They're actually word cheeses, or is the plural is cheese as well?
They
cheeses?
They have
yeah.
cheese. They have
cheeses.
Cheese.
Cheese?
Jack, you're the master of the English language. With
I mean, I think cheese is just plural, but in this case, they're clearly very distinct, like blocks, wedges of cheese. So, I mean, you could say cheese is here.
That scene from Borat. What is this? Cheese. And what is this? Cheese. You didn't watch it?
No, I've seen Borat. I don't remember that scene at all.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Is there like a store?
Sequel or something?
What?
Yeah,
Is
Bruno.
this the original?
Yeah.
I don't.
He didn't go with like Manama Borat or something like that. He goes with the
cheese.
What are you talking about?
When he's in the scene, when he's in the store and asks the guy who's there, what is this? And there's like a full shelf of the cheeses, and he points at every single one
Maybe
of them.
This is the Croatian
and asks, what is
dub?
this?
Are you sure this is Borat?
Yeah.
I don't remember this from Borat.
Yeah, probably because you didn't watch it.
No,
I
I've
love
seen
Borat.
it. Yeah,
Are you
I don't
joking?
know. There is no cheese.
All right,
scene.
I would tab out right now.
You know the
tab
Borat.
out.
You know the Borat rodeo thing was like he almost. Yeah, they almost got him.
Jack,
real
take
bad.
over Obs while Lacoste looks it up.
Now Jack can look it up really quick. But we do
Or
see
Jack look it
still
up.
split push coming.
Just
They
type
take down
Borat
middle
cheese.
tower.
I'm afraid what I'm going to see here when I type
There
Borat
it is.
cheese. Oh wow, you weren't making that up. Borat goes cheese shopping. Okay, we're gonna have to look at this in between games.
Oh no,
and
I
get
remember
back to
that.
you
I
with
do
the
remember it
recording.
now. My bad, Lacoste. Jack, you should apologize to him.
What about you?
No, I'm good. I admit my mistake. You still haven't.
I think this game should apologize for allowing us to talk about Borat cheese for 2 minutes
No,
straight
it's
while
just
nothing's
both
happening.
to two very well-versed teams. Neither want to take a bad fight. It's game one of a best
This
of
happened
5.
in the first series
Nice.
between these guys during King's Cup as well. It was a very
Steadfast game.
they were just not fighting each
Sounds
other
good
for
word.
most of the game.
And look at all of DC is just stuck top. The King dropping stuff. The Radiant all sitting down bottom. Why doesn't... Like, what is Team the Radiant scared of doing?
What are you even
Form
trying to ask?
sentences What is...
Well, I'm trying not to ask a rhetorical one. Why doesn't Team the Dire just push in as 5? What are they scared about uphill?
Let's check the buybacks.
Like, what are they
Getting-
scared about?
getting
The
wiped by
Viper
Why?
Shaker?
Because they don't have
I don't
buybacks
think they can
on
fight
three
him 5
heroes.
on 5. I don't think they want to fight
The
them
risk
5
of
on 5.
him just one-shotting or two-shotting people with God's Strength and double strike with the Echo Saber and the crit is just way too high.
Yeah, now that Daedalus is not in the backpack, the threat of them just getting killed by 2 swipes is very high.
If they don't evade, I mean, you can evade, but what if you just get double crit?
I don't think they want to rush anything, even though they have Aegis and 2 cheeses. Their heroes scale so well on the side of the PPD's team. I mean, Bone can get, what, 3 more slots? 2 more slots,
Yeah.
actually. DP has another slot ready.
I thought Omni Knight was actually going to build a lot more greedy with like Radiance, but
Me too.
he went all team fight.
This is a map control Roche.
I mean,
just get a
Sven-
vision, clear out all the dire vision,
Jack,
and then maybe make
Jack.
the move after that.
Jack.
Yeah, what's up?
Sven is pretty much full slotted. Of course, he can swap one of the items, get a refresher orb, get that moon shard as well, but it's pretty much the same hero.
Pycat backdoors, top tower, and almost a full Rax.
Dire's top barracks are
67
under attack.
HP left on it, and damn, that was just a quick heads-up play with the double damage rune.
See, that
is guerrilla
There
warfare,
you go.
yeah.
He just came out of the woods, fired a couple arrows, and went right back in. That's the textbook definition of guerrilla warfare.
So split push, basically, yeah.
And he's just going to melt down this shrine. They're actually going to glyph the shrine. Interesting. Maybe because they know they have control of their jungle for next Roche, they still want that shrine, but it feels like that shrine can easily get taken down. Is it worth committing a glyph for that?
No.
All right, simple enough.
Dire's top
CNC, we see him moving around 460 move
Dubious.
speed.
Dubious.
Well, the word we have for it is interesting.
Yeah, we say
Interesting decision.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting, no.
And both teams just rolling around as 5 right now. No rush from either team.
I feel like you just put a Venom ward up at that shrine and just watch it slowly disintegrate under the
Is he
acid.
25 yet?
Who?
Venom?
I don't know.
No.
Who is level 5? We're looking at the hero levels. No one. The highest level is actually 24, just picked up by Abed. So levels are, I guess that's what happens when you roam around as 5, the experience.
Also,
A little
you're
bit
not
slower.
fighting, right? So you don't get any XP from actually winning fights.
True. We do have a full sheep stick almost up on the Visage.
Look at that. There's that wall.
They desperately
do,
need
he
the
does have
instant.
it.
Oh, look at those 2 wards just going to town on this shrine right here.
And there we go. So that glyph didn't really matter. The Pycat will just take down that shrine. Obviously, next Roche could go in the favor, but obviously, I mean, DC themselves could go for shrines, right? They took that tier 3 down bottom. Might make it a little more even. Looks like they're pushing in bottom as well. CC and C Misery both TPing here. Mason needs to be a little bit careful. But he's just right up front. Oh, they have vision of PPD. But he just runs back. Looks like top lane, they might just give up. I mean, the range Rax is dead. Just needs one hit and it's gone, and there it is. He BKBs actually because he was scared about those birds. So they know Pycat doesn't have a BKB if they want to fight right now. Obviously, you're still fighting into 2 cheeses. Aegis is gone on Veno. Top lane, they're pinging out. Maybe Pycat wants to go for that melee rack. So hard versus those 3 birds and no BKB though. Mason, he's going to get initiated on in middle. We have the Grave already coming out. Lotus Orb as well. Double heals coming out. He's going to get repelled and just go away with the Guardian Angel. See you later. He goes down. Will they want to keep chasing? Misery has a blink up Enchant Totem right now. And there it is. Diffusal on the back. MSS is going to go down. And a nice pickup there. They just find Mason. Even the missed block from Misery, they just push forward on him and make him commit. And MSS is the slowest deer in the pack.
Yep, and they don't have to kill him. They just get him down to nothing, and he's such a huge source of damage and control that if he can't do anything in the fight, he's you know, the DC has to retreat. They can't fight with Mason in that state.
Yep. What are you damning about over there, Merlini?
Ethereal Blade Earthshaker.
Yes. Yeah.
That's scary. And they're just going to push in middle now. They know Omni Knight's down. They actually have a ton of armor. Look at this. Death Prophet has 46 armor. No Yules, obviously, but has the BKB. We saw CCNC, right, was a little bit slow on her BKBs last game, but I have a feeling he's going to be a little bit more ready this time. Ghosts just eating away at that tower. Double siege unit as well. Where are they going to go? Are they just running around, running away with that smoke? Are they hiding in the back? Ghosts are still here. Slowly eat at this range, Drax. Double siege unit going in on that melee Rex takes so much damage just from these siege units. Oh, goodness. Trying to chunk it down.
They don't have a glyph. Maybe Pycat could have gone with a BKB, finish those melee Raxes.
Feels like they're playing. I don't want to say they're obviously winning the game, but are they playing a little too overly safe, or are they fine just because they're in the lead? Like they don't mind.
I think they're fine. Sven's not going to get any bigger. They have map control now. So they should be able to keep the Roshans and Aegises, or at least prevent the other team from getting them. The Rat obviously works out very well in their favor.
Yep.
There's really no pressure on them to do anything. I think the limitations of the DC lineup are just very clear at this point.
Jack, you loving this game? This is that kind of 2014. Oh, you guys are terrible. This kind of 2014 Chinese kind of style of play. You like it?
I'm not sure I totally agree with that assessment. No, I definitely. If this was 2014 China, we see like a Weaver.
Oh, here we go, Pycat. He's going for it.
We'd see Weaver versus Anti-Mage, or Weaver versus Lone Druid or something. That's what that would be.
Use BKB to get out of there. We see a lot of Klinxes go blink for this kind of situation. Should he go for it, or should he just continue getting a Scotty?
If he gets the Scotty, this one is just not gonna move. This is the knee breaker build, right, Jack?
Oh yeah. He didn't even go the knee breaker build, but his knees will be broken. I mean, you got slow from everyone on this team, pretty much.
These are the three phrases I love the most from you. Knee breaker, guerrilla warfare, and slowest deer in the pack.
And right now, the Radiant side going down. They're going to find, oh, Jack's favorite, Illusion Rune Venomancer.
Level 25.
And he has those 3 times, right? So good. That is actually so. Aren't they like 1,500 HP now or something? Guess we'll see.
We'll see. 1350.
Damn. 120 damage a hit. Probably puts in more work than Moon Meander's right click on Dazzle actually is. That was a lot.
You should have seen Moon Meander square up on that tower, though. He was doing some work.
And now they're going to go for the Shrine, though. So before next Roshan, looks like both Shrines will be going down. But I don't think Team the Dire really cares. They're pushing through bottom. Look at that big creep wave. Those creeps are marching forward. They have CCNC's ulti. Almost, he hasn't. I'm surprised. Is he just saying buyback? Why didn't he just go for it? Yeah. Middle Rax is going down. Klinx, will he be able to get away? Oh, the crit comes out for Mason. Now Zai blinks forward a little aggressively. They committed to Ghost down bottom. They will get the Misery. Here come the birds. He does, and Zai will just run away with that Lotus Orb. Nice stun off from Misery, keeping him down. The Ghost still putting in work on the melee racks. Will Mason try to get in there? Blinks, obviously, on cooldown. He just pops the BKB, silences him. He's stuck in. They just bring down the melee. Looks like they're going to bring down the ranged as well. Zai blinks forward, hits that Gale. I think he just completely whiffed it, but they blink forward. Oh, no. Jakiro in a little trouble. No crits coming yet. He gets one. Only 719. They have so much armor. Didn't mean much. Abed will find Veno on the backside. Oh. He goes down. Ghost going back to heal CCNC. Middle lane, the only Rax others Rax.
What? One melee, two melee left?
Two
full set left. Bottom, yeah.
Oh.
So Pycat, he does die, but would you say that's a space-creating death there, Jack?
Yeah.
I believe the term is productive death.
Productive death. Yeah,
interesting.
Do you believe in...
Yeah, it was productive. They made them go mid and pop all their cooldowns and BKB to kill them. But that's fine, because they don't get any objectives in return and they lose a full lane of Raxes. I mean, that's...
I feel like you think almost every death is productive.
No, I just try to make excuses for myself when I feed sometimes. But no, I feel like the concept
why
of
you end up with 0-20 sometimes.
No, think about it this way. So everyone has an idea of like how the hero should be played. Most people like play like not to die and stuff, right? But the team coordination and objectives part of things is like so amplified, I think, in the professional scene now that there really is room for people to find deaths that are like that are good deaths. And I think Liquid uses that. I think you saw them use the TI.
Oh, he has a sheep. Is he going to use it? Use the Atos instead of the sheep. from the Visage, and that could be a big problem. Mason's now getting kited. Was that a misclick? It had to have been. But they go forward. They might just kill the Sven here. Where's the Graver? He's still middle. He's getting a lot of heal, though. Nice Ethereal Blade coming out, and they're just throwing stuff back. Abed trying to farm these creeps. They will find a melee Rax on the bottom. Dire kills a tower middle as well. Will everyone be able to get out? Was that just Dire Courier dies? But on the backside, Orange is coming around back on Pycat. They get the heal. They get the heals, pardon me, with an S up on Visage. He's going to try to right-click him. He has so much armor. Pycat can't do anything to Abed. He's sitting on 90 armor right now. And he throws the Atos plus the sheep this time.
He actually had like
90 armor.
90 armor. Oh my goodness. Top lane, though, getting pushed in. And
That's with Gravekeepers, too.
yeah. Was I wrong? If he sheeped him
yeah.
right there? No, I meant if he sheeped
He
him.
should have sheeped, yeah.
Well, if
got
he did,
killed.
the Misery had Ethereal Blade, so...
True. It would have been rough either way, but 90 armor. Oh my goodness. They do get a full melee, though, just out of nowhere. Very surprising. Did Zai have to buy back there? He did not, so
No.
they're happy with that at least. I mean, you lose one melee, you already have the full set bottom, so
He
you're
just
still
spent
leading.
his buyback money as well, I think, to finish the Lincolns. So
He is jacked, man. This offlane Veno, very farmed. Everyone's farmed, but they're just going to pop the Ghost. Octarine Core up on DP now, going Heart next. And this is going to be a pretty free Roche. I have the Hiccups. Jack, take over.
back to you, Lacoste.
Back to you, Jack.
All right, I'm back.
Back to you, Jack.
We're just going to see the Roshan getting taken. No defense. They actually smoke up. It's going to be late. Do you want to take the fight when you see Roche goes down?
The ghosts are down.
Ghosts are down, but Mason just farms up, so shows
It's
himself
still
middle.
pretty good position.
They smoked themselves, so here we go. Ghosts are going to come back and heal CC&C. They notice them. They're like, wait a minute.
I think you
We have
just
no ghosts.
you go back to avoiding the fight.
We see Refresher is up on Sven. Obviously, wants to have buyback money. I think he actually does.
Are under attack.
Top lane, Jakiro trying to backdoor with illusions.
I think it's actually time to get Ags on Omni. I think they need GA on the buildings.
That's a good point.
They have 2 racks left, and if they get to their high ground, they're just going to BKB and focus on the racks,
Yeah.
glyph or no glyph.
So, do you know, Ben, I know you're pretty close, you know, with some of these people, why did they take the regen off the Omni Knight's global ulti?
I think just to
Was it too
make
strong?
what because in Dota 1 it was coded to give you like plus some large amount of armor, but you would still take damage because armor can never reduce it to 0.
Yeah, but I mean, the
So then you
global
get
ulti
regen.
used to heal HP per second. on
Yeah,
buildings.
so
you're
the
getting
way
there? Oh
the
my-
way it was coded in Dota 1, it would give you a large amount of armor to reduce it, let's just say to like 0.01% damage, but you would still take damage. So if you're at 1 HP, you could still die with GA on.
Yeah.
So then they gave regen to compensate for that, so you could never die to physical damage from GA. But in Dota 2, you can just make it so you're invulnerable to physical, so then you don't need the HP regen component anymore. So I think the original concept of it was just make it invulnerable, not to make. But the way it was coded in Dota 1, you couldn't make it invulnerable to physical, so that's why.
Makes sense. I mean, we see Mason actually thought about initiating right there, maybe surprise him. They're going to go for that melee rack. He will blink in. He's going to find the Invis Clings. What a block by Misery, though, stopping him. Now PPD's going to get chased down. Dire Courier respawns. We do see the melee rack go down. Boba is going to get absolutely massacred. Moon Meander as well. Nice dunk by Misery. They do pop the shrine. He's living. Oh my god, he gets one shot. Guardian Angel comes out. CC&C might need to be careful. MSS taking so much damage. He's healing up himself, though. Mason just cleaving him down. Glimmer Cape plus
Got the
BKB
cheese
now
still.
popped. Mason is just in trouble. He's just dead. Clinks comes back alive, and this is looking like it might
Has the
possibly be a
refresher
game.
orb.
Abed is getting handled right now with that Scotty, but Mason blinks forward. He's going to get the cleave kill and another kill. Abed beyond godlike, but guess what? PPD and Zai say, you know what, guys? You Europeans are going crazy. We'll calm it down, get the megas, and they do. But Mason gets some few kills. It is megas now. That's pretty damn good for the Dire, right? Team the Dire.
That's why you have building hitters.
Yep. And now we definitely know that Team DC can defend against this. They have Sven pretty damn farmed. Already used his refresher orb right there to get those kills. I love how he just smacks CC&C and kills Pycat through it. Man, Cleave feels so good sometimes. It's like butter with a steak knife.
He had ult back up too because of the refresher. So he buys back, refreshes the ult, and maybe without the ult, he doesn't have as easy of a time chewing through them in the game. Just ends, but he did have it. So
We see Mason already trying to push out top lane as much as he can while people are dead. Smart play. He does have a Divine Rapier queued up.
gotta be careful here.
Zai's double damage. Assault, Kyrus, Mason,
I thought
no
Zai was
TP.
gonna wait for this
Oh,
bounty. Oh, they just passed each other.
Archer, you got to play that play. Go.
He can't stop his TP. Who's coming? Earthshaker. Well, if he continues to farm the Ancients.
Yep. Oh my. Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, that felt like you needed Misery to go in first.
Yep.
But maybe he got, I don't know, maybe he thought they had a ward, and Zai just had to go. Yeah, it was a little bit of a misplay there from Zai.
That was a Sven with no buyback.
Haste. But middle lane, we see Bulba, Moonmeander, and MSS teaming up to take down the Mega Creeps, and they're struggling even at that. Zai going uphill, he just gales Abed, finds him. He's actually get a Grave Chill off the Lincoln Sphere. Abed gonna have to get a Lotus Sword from MSS. Nothing insane going on yet. All 4-man silence. Misery did block him out though. Zai, no ulti for 20 seconds. Maybe that's what they're
Look at the status
scared
bar on Visage. It's full.
Pretty damn big. And bottom lane. Oh, Misery actually blinks on top of the cliff. I don't think he meant to. He'll get Force Staff back down. And now, Pycat's going in. He has the Scotty plus the Diffusal Blade. Will they be able to bring down Abed so much? Doesn't look like it. Yep, Mason is just going to get Ice Path and die. He pops in, no BKB, and he will just go down right here easily. No buyback. MSS should drop as well. Guardian Angel comes out. Stuns him. MSS will go down on the backside. CCNC chasing down Dazzle. Good game called by Abed. And, well, game number 1 goes to 57 minutes. The Dire, slow and steady, winning the race. Didn't feel like there was really a hair in this race. It was kind of a, you know, turtle versus turtle, but worked out for the Radiant side.
Yeah, nice job of just kind of sticking to the game plan and the strengths of their draft.
Yeah.
There's just, again, they kind of just avoided the big team fight that looked bad for them and just kept pressuring the map. Getting some split push, keep the Aegises, and then at some point the dam eventually breaks on Digital Chaos.
Lacoste?
I think the PPD's team could push a little bit earlier as well. We saw the zoning potential they have with Fisher, Macropyre, plus an Ice Path, plus if Zai just blinks in, buys a lot of time with that ulti, they need to go back, or just Pycats being on a different side from his team. So I think they could have actually finished the game a little bit earlier. Love the PPD's draft though. We've seen the knee breaker builds, the one lineup with the Drow and the Winter Wyvern offlane as well. This feels like the same way. A lot of slow Veno, Twined Dragon plus Spirit Siphon, pretty much known as Moon. They did a good job just avoiding fights around Sven overall. I mean, you had Sven who was super farmed, and you had Visage who was 6 slotted at what, 40 minutes in, so they were just avoiding fights because the hero can't get any bigger than that. So it's pretty much it. Just good choices from PPD's team. Maybe
they could have taken fights, but you're always 2 swings away from just losing the fight, and then just a whole lane after that. So why take the chance? You can just...
They took it slowly.
All right, King Merlini.
Nothing more to add. Not too much more.
Nothing more? All right, so we did see, though, in the draft, right, they did 3rd pick a Sven, and we do, right? We see all these slows come out. Do you think Sven was picked too early there, or no?
I think it was the Earthshaker that really messed him up. He's the one that actually caught all of them out, and he kills them too fast for the supports to respond. And he can also deal with the supports with the long-range fissure at the same time. And he has the instant initiation. That's really what they were lacking the whole time. Like, if Sven had an instant stun, then they would have been able to get like 3 or 4 more kills and more towers. But the instant stun on Earthshaker, too strong still. In the good way.
That's why you look at like the DC synergy, right? Maybe one of the reasons you see less 3-position Omni Knights. You want maybe control out of that spot, especially if your 2 supports are Dazzle Nightstalker, who don't really have that kind of instant initiation. And then your mid also has it with like the birds, but not really. So in that case, you can't really hold people in place for this Sven. He ends up having to both initiate and do damage. It's just too much to ask against a lineup like this.
That's why sometimes we've been seeing even more offlane Clockworks, right? Even though they're under-leveled and under-farmed, at least they can provide maybe that kind of initiation.
Someone go in. They never had Visage tanking. The only one time was like the one time they went on him at the Shrine. After that, they never touched Visage.
Yeah.
So they needed like a Storm or a Quap, I would say. Storm was last ban. Maybe a Quap would have been pretty good as that last hero to kind of just blink in there with Repel to do stuff, because Sven was not cutting it alone.
And we see a few of the stats up there. We see Abed on middle. I mean, he had a great game. He was set up for success, and he had the success, but unfortunately,
it wasn't. He didn't do anything in the team fights. Yeah.
11, 2, and 6, but 27,000 damage done. Ben, you think this game would have been different if you had a Quap instead of a Visage? Just completely?
I definitely think so. Because they lack catch. Visage doesn't. actually take advantage of Repel too. He actually has an innate defensive capability with the Gravekeepers, so he doesn't really need to repel that
Wouldn't
much.
early game have been a lot rougher if you have a Quap instead of a Visage too? Maybe
Not
they wouldn't have
No,
made it.
because he could have just blinked out of the Fissures. Fissures was his main problem. Spirit Siphon plus Fissure.
Okay, so,
So,
you, I mean, it was
they tried something out. Why not? Just first game, right?
game 1 of a best of 5. You know, they want the summit, but you know, sometimes you got to give and take a little bit to see maybe, you know,
Is there a
PPD?
reason for a team not to want to go to the summit?
No.
Okay.
Well, thank God after
Thank
this
you.
break, Merlini will no longer be the king. God bless. I mean, Merlini, you did a decent job, but I feel your
I'm the king.
decrees. You know, you did a decent
Pick it
job.
up,
I
peasant.
appreciate you, but we will.
You were the decree
Right.
king.
Was I actually
bestowed it
allowed?
upon
I feel
you.
I shouldn't be allowed to make decrees. You were the
The king can do whatever they want.
You do make a good point.
You're the regent, man. He just gave all his power over
All
to
right,
you.
Jack, drop and give me 50. All right, well, we are going to go from game number 1. The Dire takes it. They're now up 1-0 in a best of 5 against DC. We're going to be back for game number 2 in just a moment.